All right. All right. Look like we're in the house. Okay. All right. We here. Everybody ready? Welcome to LinkedIn. Welcome to YouTube. I want to say special shout out to Twitter. I guess they call X now. Special shout out to Instagram. We're starting to get busy on Instagram. We got the Facebook groups growing. Everything is rolling, baby. And I just want to tell you, good morning, millionaire. If ain't nobody tell you yet this morning, I love you, man. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration expert. That means our whole goal is to help you go further, faster, with less effort. And check it out. Every single Monday, we focus on mindset. We focus on mindset. This whole idea that if you really want to do more, first you got to be more. And when you start talking about what you're becoming, what you're talking about is how you're thinking. Does that make sense, Paul? Global citizens in the house. What's up, Dominique? More up in here. What's up, Shirley? Hampton Roads in the house. Hey, I'm glad you just said that. It's time for everybody to check in, man. Rep your city. Let them know what kind of business you have. We want to know how you help change the world. You know what I mean? Like rep your city, baby. Let them know you up in this thing. Uh, I see we got Chanel checking in. I see we got Jasmine in the house. Good morning, millionaire. Somebody checking in from one of the Facebook groups. Dr. Marilyn is up in here. What's up? What's up? So every Monday we focus on mindset. Every Tuesday we focus on sales. What's up, Tammy? Every Thursday is all about leadership, and then every Friday is Free Coaching Friday. We take it real serious. This is a curriculum that we form to make it so that you can become a better entrepreneur. And then every Thursday night, we do these master classes that allow you to kind of begin to expand your skill set. The master classes are a little bit different from the morning calls because in the master classes, we give you assignments in real time. We give you homework, which never expires. And all of that is rolling into what we call the Kaizen Academy. The Kaizen is all about step-by-step processes that help you grow. What's up, LaRon? Glad you made it in. Let's go, Tammy. Let's go. Let's go. Celebrity massage therapist. But they don't come to me just to relax. They come to me with an ailment for me to fix. Whoa. So it's almost like massage therapy with a little bit of medicine built in. You know, we always talk about our food being medicine. What she's saying is that our feelings are medicine as well, that we can heal ourselves with the way we feel. And isn't that what we're taught in this big book about entrepreneurship? We're told, you know, food is medicine, but we're told laughter is medicine. We know that emotion, energy and motion becomes medicine. So that's what she's doing for the people. What about you? What are you doing for the people? Jazz, you crazy. All right. So every Monday, every Tuesday, every Thursday and every Friday are dope, but Wednesdays is all about marketing. Wednesdays is all about marketing. So share this with an entrepreneur. Let them know what's going on. Okay, Global Citizen owns an online community center. I would love to hear more about that. Slow flips is my new passion. I ain't hip, Miss Nixon. I don't know about slow flips. Maura is headed for surgery. Prayers in the air. Can everybody put some prayer hands in the chat for Miss Maura Lynch? She's headed into surgery. I was once told by one of my elders that there's no such thing as a minor surgery. So prayers in the air, Queen. We know you're going to come out even more vibrant and youthful and energetic than you went in. All right, so I'm going to get this party started this morning because we got a lot to cover. You know, I know it sounds like such a sexy topic, right? Like how, them praying hands coming in. Them praying hands coming in. Let's go. Let's go. Show some love for the queen. Yeah. Godspeed to Miss Maura Lynch. All right, y'all. So we about to get this party started. We talking about how to grow your business fast. That's something that people always ask me after all this is revenue acceleration. How do you get fast business growth? And a lot of people that ask me this question, I feel like they have what we call a get rich quick mentality. I feel like at the end of the day, they really asking me, what magic button can I push so that I could be rich overnight? And if you're one of these people, then what I want to do for you right now is give you a reality check. Because check it out. You're going to see all these articles about entrepreneurs' overnight success. But the reality is, if you were to look a little bit closer, their overnight success probably took 10 years of them working overnight. Dreams don't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? They happen over time. It was built up after months, if not years, of consistently working hard, making mistakes, creating newer assets based on these mistakes that we made and the opportunities that they exposed. This is what I want you to understand. Somebody write this in the comments. Making money is a skill. Spending money ain't. Give it to me in the chat if you're with me. Making money is a skill. Spending money ain't. You hear me? Spending money ain't. Spending money ain't hard, y'all. It ain't hard to spend money, but creating money out of thin air, that requires pure skill. So let's get back to reality. The first step then is everybody has to recognize the reality of their business. I can't teach you how to massively grow your business in one night, but I can teach you how to grow it much faster than you are without going through a bunch of the trial and error that everybody ends up going through. Now, technically speaking, there's only two ways of growing a business, right? Either you're making your current customers worth a lot more money, or you're getting in new customers. And even though fast business growth ain't this glamorous, sexy thing that you see on Instagram, fast business growth means a lot of tedious activity, especially when you're trying to figure out how you can bring in more clients. But as time passes by, you'll notice that your results are growing significantly, that you're adding more customers on a daily basis. And it's like you don't even feel like you're doing much work. This is why we always say go slow to go fast. Am I making sense? We say go slow to go fast, Naire. Yeah, Miss Banks. Yeah, Tammy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So Thomas Friedman is this famous economist. He said stability has left the building. Stability has left the building. So when I'm asking you, or I'm answering a question, like it's a free coaching Friday, what can you do to increase the customers you have now? I want you to recognize our playing field look way different than it did years ago, right? The playing field is made out of tissue, not grass. Our referees seem to make up the rules as they go along. And now even fellow players get to just stomp on the normalities. They get to just stomp on the status quo. You're in an age of digital marketing now, where it's almost like you either keeping up or you get left behind. It is crazy how behind you can feel, how easy you can feel it. But here's what I'm saying amongst all this uncertainty, because I'm figuring out social media, you're figuring out social media, you're constantly trying to stay on a bleeding edge, and it feels all like, oh, everything matters so much. Here's what I'm telling to you. One of the few sources of stability you're ever going to have is a strong relationship with your tribe. Somebody give it to me in the chat. Strong tribe relationship equals stability. Strong tribe relationship equals stability. This is one of the few sources of stability that you'll ever really have. Do you have a tribe where you have put a fence around your cash cows? Your tribe is your cash cattle. Are you putting a fence around them so nobody can come and poach any of your clientele? Are you putting an iron fence with a lock on it around your tribe? Huh? I'm going to tell you something. I remember after 9/11, the CEO of Disney, his name was Michael Eisner at the time. He reassured Disney's army of employees. This was his quote: "We can trust our customers." Don't trip, y'all. We can trust our customers. Now, that's what I call myself building with millionaire minded, right? If you with us, somebody give me millionaire minded in the comments. All I'm saying to you is that if you ain't built it for yourself, you better change your priorities. You better stop looking at it like you got a customer and start looking at it like you got the beginnings of a tribe, baby. You better stop looking at it like you sell a product or service, and you better start looking at it like you sell a mentorship, baby. If you possess it, you better not squander it. And anybody who thinks managing the inner game isn't important can't really be in the real game. And to play the game, you need to start taking action now. Losers always wait until they got time. Losers always wait until they got money. You got to have the do it now attitude. You got to be able to work on multiple things at once. You got to be decisive. You got to act quickly. Way before I became this Hazik, I was this guy that used to take a sales presentation and write it word for word inside one of them Zebra composition books. And there are so many others who are at the top of their field who will tell you their success came from studying diligently day after day after day. And then you know what comes next after that? If you was on my Join the Top 1% trainings, after that comes practice, right? After that comes practice. One of my tricks is that I'm going to create at least 1,000 words of content every day. At least. You know what I mean? Y'all think all of this is just coming like I ain't... Check it out. Sometimes I'm recycling content, etc. So, but I bet you I still wrote something that day. I bet you I put something on the page, and I said 1,000. But if it's 100, I ain't beating myself up too much because I'm forming a daily habit. But 1,000 words of content is 365,000 words a year. If you want the math, that's easily a book or two. But for you, it might look like newsletters. It might look like infographics. It might look like you're doing little infomercials. You run on your Instagram at 2 a.m. because people used to watch late night commercials. Either way, all I'm saying is that you should have relevant and valuable content for your customers to see. Now, my social media might not look like it, but I bet you if you get that newsletter, you know what I'm saying. Are y'all members of the newsletter? Get your newsletter right now. Go to millionaireminded.com and get your newsletter because I'm here to tell you, you need some kind of way, some kind of daily effort you're putting out that's making your customers feel like they're in the right place. When I was younger, maybe that meant cold calls, right? Maybe now it means networking events or business conferences. But either way, we got to make it a habit to get ourselves out there and connect with our potential clients. You need to do the same. Now, over time, you're going to learn how to do this automated. You're going to learn to have systems that promote you even in your sleep. Hence, my constant references to social media. But all I'm telling you is just like all my newsletters are promoting the Academy, all of my text messages are promoting the Academy in some way, all of my trainings are promoting the Academy. You need to have something that is promoting you or your home-based business, this tribe that you're building. And we'll talk about that on a future Wednesday. But the lesson is I make it a habit to promote myself every day, and you should be doing the same thing. Somebody give it to me in the comments, no 0 days. No 0 days. Give it to me. No 0 days. This is important, y'all. No 0 days. No 0 days. Let's go, Rico. Let's go, Sarah. No 0 days. And on top of that, I'm always making sure that I'm promoting myself to the audience I'm looking for. I'm looking to send the right message at the right time. They call that market match. And it means you're selling to people who are predisposed to buy your stuff. One of my favorite examples of this, y'all, since this is a Marketing Wednesday, one of my favorite examples of this is Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Now, y'all probably never heard of them if you wasn't in the comic books, but they call Stan the Man and Jack the King. And they created most of the Marvel characters that you go to the movies and watch right now. But the very first character that worked for Marvel was Spider-Man. Why? Because before Spider-Man, you only had heroes like Superman and Batman. And they're cool, but can't nobody relate to Superman unless you're an orphaned, can't nobody relate to Batman unless you're an orphan billionaire. And can't nobody relate to Superman unless you're an alien. But here comes Spider-Man, whose character, whose personality was designed to match a particular audience. What audience? The audience that was more likely to read comic books. Same way you see a lot of movies featuring senior citizens, because senior citizens are the ones with the time to go to the movies, or children. And that's why you see a lot of children's movies or senior citizens movies, because they're the ones that kind of get to the movies. Ironically, Marvel's the one that brought a younger crowd to the movies, But this was all built by a guy named Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, who built a character that a very specific audience could identify with. If you've ever read a Spider-Man comic book or seen a Spider-Man movie, you know, Clark Kent, we don't know how that fool pay his bills. But Spider-Man is out there getting chased by his landlord, getting chased by bullies. They made it so that the character could identify with the actual audience. They understood their key audience. They understood what they wanted most, which are often the stuff they don't get much of in the first place. Am I making sense, y'all? Am I making sense? I talk to business owners, y'all. I talk to business owners. Check it out. The thing about a business owner is that they often feel underappreciated. They often feel overworked and underpaid. They often feel disrespected. So what does that mean? That means they want appreciation. They want respect. They want acknowledgement. They want admiration, right? And if I market to them using these types of things that they want to hear, the things that make them feel seen, if I listen, I'm going to figure out what I need to sell. And this is how you get and retain more customers. You got to understand the kind of customers you want. Then you'll make the kind of content that attracts them. And you're going to make sure that that content is consistent. So what can you do then to increase the average transaction value of every sale? Again, we said the 2 ways to grow a business. And I'm going to give you a third way too this morning. But the 2 ways to grow a business are to make each customer worth more or get more customers, right? And if you've been following me for a while, you know, if you want to look for ways to increase the average transaction amount, meaning the amount of money that every customer spends with you every time they spend with you, there's a bunch of ways to do it. But what we're going to talk about this morning is upsells. Somebody give me upsells in the comment. Somebody give me upsells, upsells. Are y'all familiar with the term upsells? My man Donovan in the house, salams, King. Y'all know about upsells? Most businesses don't use them at all or understand them. But what we understand as the millionaire minded is that an upsell is what happens to you when you add a one-time offer after the initial order is put in place. So they'll say something along the lines of, oh, by the way, you know, as a result of, or because you're buying today, or because it's a Wednesday, and then they'll add whatever to the order. You know, it should be done in retail, yet it rarely is. It's done in the restaurant business real good. Check it out. Do you know what question saved McDonald's from bankruptcy in the 80s? Can anybody guess? One question. One question saved McDonald's. I know you look at McDonald's as this big behemoth. Do you know everybody's constantly figuring it out? Everybody's constantly figuring it out. Do you know the one question McDonald's added that saved their whole business from bankruptcy? Would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that? That single order bump increased McDonald's revenue something crazy, something insane. One question, y'all. It ultimately helped save the franchise. You hear me? The restaurant chain has continued to improve their strategy since then, because since then they created value meals where they packaged it up so you ain't got to sit there and think about everything you want. All of this improved and maintained the transaction size for their restaurant. First, it improved it, and then it maintained it. All I'm saying is you need to look for the ways that you can do the same thing in your business. You got to increase the frequency of purchase activity. You got to get them back more often. And if you're a marketer and you're already doing upsell, and here's a clue, you're a marketer. If you're an entrepreneur, please do it more often. We a lot of times underuse our lists. We undermarket to our customers. I used to get scared that I would keep on reaching out to people on my email list and they would unsubscribe. So my mentor shared with me, are you giving value? I said, yeah, absolutely. He said, well, if they unsubscribe, doesn't that mean they aren't your person anyway? And I'm like, oh, same mentor, you know, that has me kind of, that's been on me for years, but now I finally got the encouragement to go ahead and move these classes inside the Kaizen Academy. So I want to throw that out there too. If you didn't already know, this is the last, couple of days of the free Good Morning Millionaire calls. We're moving them inside the Kaizen Academy. And hopefully I've given you enough value where you're going to rock with us, But even if you don't, it's okay, because it just means I get to focus on the ones that really want to grow. And guess who those customers are for me? The ones that are going to give me the best testimonies, the ones that are going to become the best proof of my skill at growing their business, And then what's going to happen is people are going to be more proud to tell people about it because they're proud to pay. Shouts out to Nipsey Hussle. May he rest in power. We got kind of like a proud to pay movement. If you proud, then somebody give me $1.50 a day in the comments right now. $1.50 a day, $1.50 a day. If you feel like these trainings are worth $1.50, let me get it. Because here's the idea, y'all. You can't get a better customer than the one that refers. If you want to make customers multiply with little or no cost, you got to look for ways to stimulate referrals, baby. You got to look for ways to stimulate referrals. And generally, referrals are going to be the cheapest way to get new customers. Because if you already got 10 and each one of them gives you 2 referrals, you just went from 10 customers to 30 customers, and you probably didn't spend that much to do it. There's an inherent kind of thing in our business, y'all, which is called the pass along, which is when your product itself gets shared. And it's why you always want to make sure you have marketing information built inside your product, because it gets passed around. And I know it's simple, but a lot of people don't do it. If you look at any newsletter, people forward my newsletters out to their entrepreneur friends all the time. I bet you that at the end of the day, they are going to say to them, man, this thing is valuable, right? And then inside that newsletter is going to be something about the academy. How are you using the same concept? So moving right along, right? We've already talked a lot about existing customers. We talked about how to make content for them. We talked about having them buy more. Now let's talk about the third way. Somebody say retention. Somebody say retention. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Come on, $1.50 a day, baby. $1.50 a day. Let's go. Let's go. $1.50 a day. $1.50 a day. Let's go. Let's get it. $1.50 a day. All right. And then somebody give me retention if you're ready for this next lesson. And then we're going to get out of here. This one is worth the price of you coming. Appreciate that, Pastor Dan Trench. You crazy, man. All right, $1.50 a day. All right, but now we're saying retention. Retention, y'all. Come on, Instagram. Retention. Y'all got to play along over here. Let's go, Raina. Let's go, Rico the Great. Retention, baby. Joy. Somebody give me retention. I know you're driving around. I know you're doing your thing. Give me the words retention. Give me the words retention. I'm trying to make sure you're with me for real. Thank you, Charmalyn, Quenisha, Barry, and LaRon for liking this. The rest of y'all, man, how y'all not gonna like it? But y'all don't like us? Can you please like it? When you like it, you're telling Facebook you want more content like this. FYI. So we both win. Okay, so we talked about everything but how to keep your existing customers, right? There's a lot of stuff people talk about retention, but I'm gonna give you one of my favorite retention formulas. You know, my revenue acceleration cycle goes recruitment, referrals, retention. And then, you know, as you retain, you can recruit, refer, and so here's a quick lesson. Recruitment is all about, kind of think of it like sports. Recruitment means I need to know who my perfect customer is. And then also I need to be the team they want to play for, right? So I not only need to know I want Kobe Bryant, but I also need to be the Lakers. We could talk about that in a future training. The second R in the revenue acceleration cycle is referrals, because people don't give you referrals because they love you or they want to support you. People give you referrals because they want to feel superior to their friends. Once you know this, you understand that during unit is all about you giving everything you got, so they want to brag on you. Somebody give it to me in the chat. Make them brag on you. Make them brag on you. Give them something that makes them want to brag about you, because that's we only told you about that restaurant because we wanted to feel superior to you. Then we could be like, yeah, you liked that, didn't you? They took care of you, didn't they? Now I feel doper. Now I feel more incredible. My status goes up because I done shared with you a place you can go that's going to make you feel better. A book you could read that's going to make you feel doper. A movie you can watch that you're going to say, yo, this was a good movie. I feel better when you experience what I experienced and feel the same way I did. I feel validated. I get dopamine from that. That's why people give you referrals. But retention is completely different, y'all. Retention is all about this idea. Customer loyalty. Write this in the chat, y'all. Customer loyalty is impossible until after they've paid you. Woo! Now that's a jewel. That's a jewel. There's something you ain't learned in your MBA program, baby. Somebody give it to me. Customer loyalty is impossible until after they pay you. Check it out. Check it out. It's the realtor that shows up after they sold me the house. It's the realtor that shows up after they sold me the house. Huh? That's who's going to be my realtor for life. Am I making sense, y'all? So here's my retention formula. Jot this down in your notes. This is going to change your life. Shared interest plus shared space plus shared concern equals retention. I'm going to tell you one more time. Write it down. Shared interest plus shared space plus shared concern equals retention. This is how you retain your clients, right? So first you need to find shared interest, right? Those are areas where your life overlaps with your customers. Like, I got 3 kids, I got 2 girls and a boy, and every year we go to Disney World. Now, just with me saying that, right? Just with those 2 sentences, I connected with so many people. I connected with people who have kids. I connected with people who love theme parks. I connected with people who love to take their kids on vacation. I connected with people who have large families. I connected with people that have 2 girls and a boy. You should never, ever communicate with your customers just about your products, just about your services, just about your business. You should never, ever, ever communicate with your prospects just about your products, your service, your business. Doing that just positions your customers like they're just customers who exist solely to give you money. They exist solely to benefit your business. If you want real retention, you need a real relationship. Somebody give it to me. Relationship equals real retention. Relationship, not a relationship, a real relationship. You're going to have to get personal. And to get personal, you got to share your life. You got to share your interests. You got to share your experiences. You got to share your ideas. You got to share who you are and what you're about. I'm going to give you a jewel. You shouldn't just share what you love. When's the last time you shared what you hate? When's the last time you shared what you hate? If I'm a realtor, I'm sharing this idea that I hate negligent realtors. I hate those types of realtors that just expect the client to do all the work. I hate those. Y'all see what I'm saying here? Donald Trump is real good at that, sharing not just what he loved, but what he hate. If I can't get you to resonate with me on what we both love, check this out. I'm going to get us to resonate on we both can't stand this type of. I can't stand the fact that college leaves people so unprepared for real life. So I decided to do something about it. I can't stand the fact the phone looks way different from 50 years ago. A car looks way different from 50 years ago. Movies look way different from 50 years ago. But the classroom still looks the same. I can't stand it. Now, when I kick that out there, my customers, my clientele, if they feel the same way, they're like, that's my guy. You got me? And this is something a lot of business owners find difficulty with. I'm telling you, you've got to get into a space. It's not what you know, it's who you know, huh? And I don't care if you're selling B2B or B2C, because people rather do business with somebody they know. So that's sharing an interest. So sharing an interest is important, but so is sharing a space. Sharing a space, and it's way easier than you probably think. The supermarket gets you to share a space by buying this insulated canvas bag or giving you the plastic bags with their name on it. But when you hang that insulated bag on the door to your pantry, it kind of like reminds you forcefully that this is where you shop. It interferes with that impulse to go somewhere else. That's a retention strategy. Another way you can do this is give your customers a plaque, something they can hang on their wall, a book they can put on their shelf. Your goal is to be in and around every prospect, in and around every customer's life in as many ways as possible. Maybe you do a monthly print newsletter. Maybe you do, like me, a weekly email newsletter 52 times a year. Maybe you're giving out plaques. Maybe you're giving out educational audio. Well, back in the day, they used to even have audio CDs, but maybe you give a flash drive. Maybe you do birthday and Christmas cards. And maybe you do a half a birthday card. I was telling a guy that I met in Fort Lauderdale, he had a cool little business. And I was like, well, one thing you could do is half birthdays, you double your business just like that. So sharing space in somebody's physical world ain't a new idea. If you look around your house at all the logos, you're going to see people been on that. So that's shared interest and shared space. Now we talking shared concern. This is the last piece, and we're going to go do our affirmations. Millionaires, relationships don't thrive when they're one-sided. You got to genuinely want to help your customer. You got to genuinely want to help your prospect. You have to work to help them come up with the desired outcome that they want. You got to work to help them come up with what's in their best interest. And too many business owners put their own needs ahead of the needs of their customer or their prospect. Although you might do good a little while with that, you're going to eventually suffer. Your referrals are going to be non-existent, and ultimately your business is declined. Ain't nobody going to refer a business that makes them feel like just a number. This is because customers want to believe your concern for them is real. Because we make so many bad decisions, we just want somebody we can count on when this latest decision turns out to be full of crap as well. We already know your credit repair service is not going to be everything we hope it is. We already know that this widget we're buying from you is not going to be everything we're hoping it is. We already know something's going to go wrong in the home buying process. So darn it, what I'm looking for is somebody that got my back. We want to believe your concern for us is genuine. We want to believe it goes beyond you getting in our wallets. And the more ways you can demonstrate that, the stronger our relationship becomes. Better and longer retention is going to come after that. More and more frequent referrals is going to come after that. And then, of course, the money going to start flowing too. If this helped you, man, drop some money bags. Drop some money bags for Marketing Wednesday, if that helps you. Did that help y'all? Drop some money bags for Marketing Wednesday. Drop some money bags for Marketing Wednesday. I'm about to need your takeaways in a minute. So make sure you come kick it with us. My man Dre the Mayor in the house. My man Poe in the house. Let's go. Amira, when I said half a birthday, what I was saying is, let's say I do bounce houses for children's birthdays, and their birthday is in June. Maybe I do another one in December, right? Or their birthday is in April. Maybe I advertise to my clients, hey, does your kid deserve a half birthday this year? And if their birthday is in April, 6 months later is October. So I give them a half birthday in October. Now I get to double my bounce house business because I've invented this concept called a half birthday. You see what I'm saying? All right. Drop some money bags if you felt that. Drop some money bags if you felt that. All right. So we about to take it to our affirmations, but I'm definitely going to need some of your, damn. Y'all didn't tell me I had that up on the screen the whole time. I hope somebody joined the newsletter. If I'm just going to keep it up there the whole time, dang. All right, y'all. With all that being said, if you'd like to learn more ways to grow your business fast, highly recommend you join the Kaizen Academy. We're taking these calls in-house. So there's two different packages. One is like $45 a month. The other one's $99 a month. It's a tuition. And, it is not for Nove. It has nothing to do with Nove, which is, my company, but my academy is completely separate. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well. Is no, I talk to all kinds of entrepreneurs with these calls. So I don't care if you're a landscaper or if you own a daycare center. I don't care if you do pharmaceutical sales or if you are a organization leader. You're going to find material in the Kaizen Academy to be very effective and very helpful for you growing your business or growing anything where you are a leader. So I hope that feels hella good. All right, y'all. So we are going to get to our affirmations now. You can join us, Mr. Haziq Ali. Come meet us over there in 2 minutes, y'all. And remember, either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals would just start to shrink to match your mind. Let's grow.